I'm often asked about fires and wind turbines. Stay with me and we'll look at that.
You and I have an insatiable appetite for electricity. Come with me and we'll look at the issues relative to wind farms and the communities that they serve. This is the Windfarm Guy.
Hi, thank you for joining me for this episode of the Windfarm Guy. Today I am at Clean Power 2025 in Phoenix, and I have joining me Chuck Thompson. Chuck, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Chuck is an expert in fire prevention and fire suppression when it does happen, and so we're at the exhibit hall, and we're at his booth, and so Chuck, I just want to ask you some questions about fires and when they happen. I mean, first of all, it's a turbine, it's a bunch of metal and stuff up there. Why do fires even start up in a nacelle?
Well, it's easy. The one thing we like to always say, there's no such thing as fireproof. There's always Mother Nature. Electrical strikes are common. Lightning strikes and turbines are very common. That starts it. There's also mechanical breakdowns, the brushes, the transformers, things like that. Wear and tear will have it. There's a lot of oily rags sometimes up there. We hope it's clean, but they are up there. And then there's just basically human error. Something can happen, something can be left untouched, and it'll start. And the reality is that those three will never go away. And what's funny, people say things are fireproof. We will always tell you it's never fireproof, and you can never have enough fire protection. That's why we're here. That's why I'm talking with you, because we think turbines are such a valuable asset to us as a whole for energy. Why don't we protect them now?
Right. And in my mind, we should.
Yes.
It just makes sense. Because when a turbine goes down, it takes out the revenue stream for the turbine, whoever's operating it.
Yep.
You know, they lose all of that for however long it takes to repair it. And if we can just suppress it, wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah.
Put the fire out. Tell me how the system works that you guys have designed.
Well, what we have is a clean air, non-corrosive, environmentally friendly aerosol system. And an aerosol system basically is a aerosol that detaches itself to the actual chemical reaction of the fire. So it stops it before it starts. It doesn't go to the triangle, it stops it. And it stops it and cools it so it doesn't get any current. So it's full room flooding. So what we do is we have a system that is out throughout the nacelle. We recommend full nacelle coverage. Some people put them in transformers, some put them in areas. We recommend full coverage because you never know what's going to happen with a fire. It's very sneaky. That envelops the whole room and puts it out. When the fire's out, there's no residue or nothing. It's clean to touch. So it is a very effective, very environmentally friendly. To me, it's a simple way to stop something before it starts and protect a real asset.
That's right. And because it is an aerosol, it's not like it's going to run out and then run down onto, because a lot of turbines are in farm ground.
Yes.
And so farmers are real concerned about what if? And nothing will hit the ground because it's an aerosol.
It's an aerosol, it goes away. So after about 15 to 20 minutes, you go up there and you can cool the touch. There's nothing in there, there's no cleanup. So it's not gonna hurt anything around there, and it'll blow away. If some of it gets out, it just goes away.
All right. Now, if a turbine catches on fire and this goes off, now I was shown that it would first of all shut down the turbine.
Yep.
And it would notify the SCADA system.
Yep.
And so the people at the O&M building will
be aware that an alarm goes off.
And it's all automatic. This thing it's shutting it down, putting the fire out without anyone having to tell it to do that.
No, it's fully automatic. Activates automatically. The cables will measure. The cables in there will measure the rate of temperature change. If there's a rapid temperature change, whatever zone has you set it up will activate first. But after that, sequentially, the other zones will go to make sure the entire nacelle is safe. You don't have to be there. It's 24/7, and it will alert you, and it's shut down. The minute the activation starts, the turbine itself shuts down, so nothing can escape, and the fire gets put out.
Okay, so the takeaway, if a landowner is watching this video, farmer, ranger, whatever, their takeaway is if a fire suppression system like yours is installed, I can't say eliminates the risk because there's always,
There's always going to be,
but it greatly reduces it to a very minuscule potential.
Yes, absolutely. It reduces that happening. What we like to say is what kept you up at night before you can rest assured that there's a system up there that's fully automatic, that fully measures the whole nacelle, and if it happens, it will shut it down and then put out the fire.
That is fantastic. I love that. And are you seeing a lot of these fire suppression systems being added to new construction, new turbines that are being built?
Not as much as we'd like. We're seeing most of the people we're talking with right now and who we've done business with are actually older turbines, because there is some wear and tear there, the brushes and things like that. The mechanical issues that could happen are becoming worrisome. The newer ones, we're trying to elevate the awareness of fire and the reality of it, because very often, unfortunately, fire has a secondary role at a seat at a table when planning goes on. We'd like to see fire moved up in the front, whether it's actually at the community level when a turbine's going up, because that means it's automatically put into the system versus after the fact. That's what we're working on. Right now, we're just happy that people are beginning to recognize more and more the realities of fire, and that the suppression system is necessary, and a suppression system that's eco-friendly, non-corrosive, doesn't hurt anything, is a real smart way that activates on its own.
That is fantastic.
It's taking innovation and technology and putting it together and stopping something that's very real, that can be costly and not real pleasant to look at.
Right. And no one wants to see a turbine on fire, because if a turbine is on fire, everyone in the county can see that the turbine is on fire. And this is the type of thing that the landowners, the counties, the townships, everybody in the area are going to be in favor of this type of thing added to turbines.
Absolutely.
Because it makes it a much better.
As turbines become more reality, and they're going to be bigger and bigger, you want your community to feel safe, that it's not going to happen. That even if a lightning strike hits, the system will activate and put out the fire. So you want to be able to, because you can't get rid of those three areas I told you.
No.
This will give you that extra layer of, okay, we're good. We got the safety, we got protection, we're in the right place. And that should, because they're going to come up, and it's a reality. And it's a good thing, because this is renewable energy.
Right.
And why not take advantage of it, but protect that asset.
Sure.
You don't want to lose that asset. One turbine is, for what it costs to put a system like ours in.
Oh yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah, one turbine. If it goes off in one turbine, it's prevented a fire, and it's paid for the entire system in the entire park.
Yes.
Because it's, that would have been a total loss.
Yep. And it trickles down, not all the way down. Everyone, the landowner in the end is like, okay, what does this mean? You don't want to wake up and see that. I'd rather wake up and see it spinning correctly, or if there was a fire, just have it.
Yeah, no one wants that.
And
thing
then
and
it's really easy. Once if it activates, if it happens, which we hope it never happens, you don't have to do anything but replace the system. Go up. There's no cleanup. There's nothing up there. Just clean it up.
That's right,
make sure
it's aerosol.
And you just do it. It hopefully is a quicker fix, because we stop it before it gets the whole thing burnt out. And so this pre-awareness, this awareness of it, this pre-planning, has so many positives in the end. And I believe it should start as it's being built. That's where I feel it. But I'll welcome to anyone who has one and wants to talk about it later. But I think it's important. It's really important.
Well, oftentimes, unfortunately, people don't think about fires until after one happens.
Yep.
And I have a fire extinguisher in my kitchen and in my utility room and in my garage. And because if something happens, I want to be able to grab it and put it out. And if you don't have fire extinguishers in your home, you need to. And if you are a wind farm developer, if you don't have a fire suppression system in your wind farm, you need to. Right, Chuck?
You should very quickly put that as a priority. It should be with the parts that you're getting and you're purchasing to build it. Because you're putting them all together. If a fire takes it, guess what? Those parts are worthless.
That's right.
We'll stop it.
That's right. Chuck, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
This is Dennis Stout, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you for watching. Working together, we can make good energy decisions and save our planet. I am the Windfarm Guy.